Hello everyone, welcome back to another Hearthstone deck spotlight. My name is Tommy Wave and today we'll be taking a look at Cool Cat's Tempo Egg Priest. Egg Priest is something that's been experimented with over the past couple of weeks, and I don't think there was a real consensus on what the best version of the deck is, because I guess ultimately it did feel kind of like a bit of an imitation of a lot of the Egg Warlock or the Egg Hunter decks that were out there. It felt like a bit of a gimmick, but I think Cool Cat mentioned that they did hit Legend with this, or did hit High Legend or something like that with this list, and I actually really like it. It's, like we said before, a combination of Egg and Tempo, and has a lot of really interesting additions. So the main thing with Egg Priest is we're playing the Devils or Egg, and we're going to try to break it open in various ways. In this deck we can use Void Ripper to flip it, so it becomes a 3 attack 0 health, immediately dies. We also have Duskbreaker, which is a great way to break our own egg. And then we also have things like Shadow Ascendant and Cobalt Scalebane and Fungalmancer, which can help buff it up, even Defender of Argus, which can buff your egg, make it able to attack, and particularly with Defender of Argus, give it Taunt, meaning that your opponent has to kill it, you know, if they want to deal face damage to you, and then you get a 5/5, so hopefully you can roll them over. The other side of Devils or Egg is that it's very good against board clears, which this deck, or any tempo deck really, can be quite weak to. When you come up against like Shutterwalk, and they've got all these Lightning Storms and Volcanoes, dropping a Devils or Egg can give you an out to that kind of strategy. Outside of that, it's a lot of very good tempo cards here, such as Shadow Ascendant, which is great to drop early on. We've also got the Swamp Dragon Egg in here, of course, it's the other egg in the deck. But we're trying to get a lot of board presence. And the thing that I really like about this deck is because we're running Duskbreaker, it gives us a very good out to other decks that compete on board a lot better than us. So if we imagine decks like Odd Rogue or Heal Zulok, they actually are going to outperform us most of the time in those first couple of turns. So we can use Duskbreaker as a way to clear their board, get back onto it, whereas against other decks we've got great threats like Scaleworm, which is an excellent tempo card, Cabal Shadow Priest as well, which can just help us keep this board presence going into the later game. Cabal Shadow Priest especially good right now, given that there are a lot of eggs around. We can steal our opponents and crack them open, and their breakfast will be ours. So we'll jump into some games and see how we go.
Anduin versus Rexxar.
Okay, against the Hunter, we've got our egg.
Shall bring victory.
So I guess the question here is, are we keeping egg, or are we I think we keep the egg. Then again, we only have 2 1-drops. Oh, well, 4 1-drops and 4 2-drops. Especially if we're on the play. I think I'll send back the egg. I think I'll send it back. We have a lot of 3-drops, and I think it's important to get that early pressure. We got the 2-drop. Cleric off the top. Oh, whatever. We got our egg. I'm very excited for the new Paladin egg, the 5 mana 0/5 that death rattles to summon an 8/8, and the egg itself is also a mech, which is huge. It's a really big deal. So good to draw this. Now we have an activator for our Scaleworm. Opponent's gonna punch our Fairy Dragon and shoot us. Ooh. Interesting. Well, if we go for Devil's or Egg, it might provoke our opponent into
I wonder.
silencing it. So we can land the Fungalmancer at some point. Would the egg be playable if it weren't a mech? Well, one of the things I didn't realize from watching the the last card reveal stream was that Meat Wagon is a mech card that we've played with a little bit. So I think the fact that like one of them is a mech is really probably the most important thing, because just being able to have like be able to do the magnetic interactions is really important. So I don't think it's so important that the egg is a mech, but it's certainly a massive benefit. I mean, you play this 5-cost thing, your opponent doesn't want to interact with it, then you can just start smashing the magnetic boys into it. Yeah, Meat Wagon is spicy with all the magnetic stuff. Like, if you you can just have one like egg in the deck. They're gonna Iron Beak out this? That would suck. Yeah, you can just have one egg in the deck, and then if you happen to grow.
What is real? Pain, speak to me.
Yeah, if you happen to grow the Meat Wagon a bit bigger, it can start ripping out those bigger boys. So I think we'll kind of look to see Meat Wagon be like a pretty, not a premier card, but a pretty good role player in some of the maybe less fair mech decks. Mech deck.
Bring the pain.
I am master of
Ooh.
magics.
I was hoping to draw a dragon there, hey.
Mushroom power!
So we're in a pretty good position here. Prophecy! How you doing? Thanks for stopping by. Stay wavy indeed. We're just playing some Cool Cat Tempo Egg Priest. Just a pretty sweet looking list. It's doing quite well at the moment. Hoping to maybe draw a dragon at some point, so we can stabilize this board a little bit, or maybe put the game away from our opponent, unless they get Rexar. But so far it's doing really well. Doing really well. Speaking of doing really well, I hope you're doing really well. Hope you're looking forward to the weekend. Or looking forward to Friday.
I moves quickly.
Opponent's in think mode here. So are they... What is this secret? Is that the other wandering monster? They want us to... Oh, it's explosive. So, do we play the Fungal Mancer and then bash in? Because it does have spell power. Spell damage, rather. So we can, like, play the Acolyte, play the Fungal, bash this Fungal into here, then bash the Devil's Oar into them.
Let the pain speak to me. Mushroom power! Mushroom power!
Unless it's freezing.
Job's done.
They didn't juke us. in a really good position here. Rexar would be very good for our opponent, especially we don't have a lot to recover with. Was that Rexar? Rockdollar. What 1 mana spell can you get? Yeah, Arcane Shot's pretty good. The beat down. Okay, how are we recovering from this? Can we kill them? We can... Yeah, we can kill them, right? No, we're 1 mana off. I
wonder.
So I think we want to go...
You are the Shadow's
Shadow Ascendant, Defender of Argus, and... maybe the Elixir of Hope? Which one do we... play the Elixir of Shadows, I think. Oh, wait. Why does this have Taunt? Why does this have Taunt? Oh, it's part of... is it part of the new changes? Because it created a copy of it, and the base thing had Taunt, but the it being a 1/1 overrides it. Ah, interesting. Well, there you go. New patch. We get to kind of see the interaction immediately. Very interesting. See if we can get another one.
Versus Liadrin.
All right, Paladin.
My blade burns with holy fire.
So we can
The
expect
light
this to
shall
be
bring
odd Paladin,
victory.
which means I think Shadow Ascendant is not going to do anything, and I think we'll keep the Fairy Dragon as an enabler for the Duskbreaker, and if we draw another dragon we can like play it on turn 2. Cabal Shadow Priest. What are we stealing from them with the Cabal Shadow Priest?
None will survive.
Probably not a lot, right? Like we'll get like an unbuffed Fungal Mancer. I try to work 7 to 3 when it's 8-hour days.
The light protects me.
As long as you're taking care of yourself, you know? Better not risk it. I mean, we've got one... how many other dragons are in this deck? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so...
Reporting for duty.
4 and 25 is not exactly the greatest... well... see what they want to do about this. If they decide to trade in, suspecting that we have the Duskbreaker, we'll Duskbreaker this forward. See if they suspect the second Duskbreaker.
Meddlesome insect.
I was hoping it would be the return to hand on Death Rattle. That would be much better, yeah. Much better in this situation.
The light dims.
The best to Cabal Shadow Priest. Okay, no, can't do that. Well, I guess that's online, but...
I wonder.
it's just very awkward all round.
Beware the shadow.
Very awkward all round indeed.
Reporting for duty.
Ugh, yuck. Duskbreaker this board anymore.
Let me
Try not to get
change your
leveled up
mind.
too hard. That maul is brutal. What do we got? Hero power level up?
Behold the might
No,
of
straight up
Stormwind.
Stormwind champion.
Let the pain speak to me.
It's definitely a tough situation here. Though, I guess they didn't have level up last turn, then maybe Stormwind champion they felt was just a better play. Just keep level up. Well, there's a dragon to turn on our Duskbreaker.
Meddlesome insects.
It might be better for us to try and get the full 2 taunts out of this Defender of Argus, especially if we can land it on the Devil's Oar Egg. Trade here.
Reporting for duty.
My shield for Argus.
Office Puppy just put his hand in my lap for Pat's damn proof. You have an Office Puppy? This is not fair. Done in by the Iron Beak cow.
Reporting for duty.
Now I want an Office Puppy. This is the worst. I've lost. Other people have puppies. Concerning.
Versus Thrall.
Okay.
For doom.
Shaman.
The light shall bring victory.
Unsure how I feel about Shaman. Devil's Oar Egg is hopefully going to be good, unless they have, like, the Hex. Do we want to keep 2, 3, 4 curve? Or do we want to try and send back the 4 to find a 1? Yeah, let's do that. A workmate brings in his dog sometimes. Oh, so good. Hey Ruby, how's the streamy going? Good. We're playing
Into our strength.
even Shaman. I like this. Though we probably would have been good to have kept that Twilight Acolyte instead even Shaman. Yeah, we're playing. Ooh, with the healing totem out. This is risky for them. We're playing Cool Cat's Egg Tempo or Tempo Egg Priest, which has been doing all right. Currently 1-1. I think it's kind of the right mix of those interesting Tempo Priest cards like Shadow Ascendants and getting Cobalt Scalebanes in there with your big bodies, and also the kind of egg package of, you know, a bunch of eggs, Void Rippers, Duskbreaker. Yeah.
There is little time. I wonder.
Is our opponent? What's our opponent tanking on? What? The eel. Interesting. Eel.
Right away.
Quickly.
We should have kept those eggs together in case we draw a Defender of Argus. Best meta priest deck currently is... I got a haircut last night, oddly enough. I hope it looks good. Hope you're happy with it. Always feels good to have get a new haircut. Yeah, you don't want to. They don't want to bump into this this North Shire cleric here.
Right away.
Job's done.
Best meta priest deck? Probably Mind Blast Priest, I imagine is what the stats say. No, my one. But more cards, thank you.
My shield for Argus.
Right away.
Your wife likes it? Well, that's the most important thing. I used to have hair similar to you in the early 90s. I take that as high praise. I think that's I think my aesthetic is spot on then. There's the Sea Giant. So this is what we need our Twilight Acolytes for. Fungal Man. Maybe we can get this Scalebane out. Considering we have a bunch of taunts. So we can hit here, and then we can trade into this Primal Fin Totem. Yeah, let's do that.
Right away.
Have I seen Death Star V3's Sea Giant Hunter? I don't think so. Chuck me a link if you've got it. Aesthetic, yes. In wide text, indeed. Best performing priest deck.
What to do?
Yeah, Control Priest. Control Priest, Mind Blast Priest, whatever you want to call it. Seems to be the best performing deck by a pretty large margin. I'd have to check out Vicious Syndicate to tell if
Wonder.
like that's a legend or across all ranks. I think it's the one that decreased with the cost of number of minions. Yeah, that's Sea Giant. This is big old boy. They hex our Cobalt Scalebane. That's a pretty good one. Fire. Then trade here and then kill out the Scalebane. Then we don't get the heal, the draw off the heal.
Mushroom power!
Is someone injured?
We get reduce the cost of a random weapon in our hand by 2. Nice. Be right back with Link. Nice. I think Sea Giant in some hunter lists could be pretty good.
I wonder.
Winter is here.
Corpse Taker. The obnoxiously loud Corpse Taker. How many buffs do we have left in our deck? One defender, one fungal. Should we crack this egg is the question. I think we should crack the egg.
Right away.
We've got another egg as backup, so...
Medicine insect.
It's also quite good if our opponent tries to resolve like a Lich King next turn. We can at least trade into it. Street Fighter 5 is free to play on PC this weekend. Time to see if it's worth. Yeah, dude, give it a shot. How you going, Rod? I noticed you were thinking about fighting games lately, and I think that's a pretty good one to go with. 3-3-2? Yeah, let's do that.
You are the Shadow's puppet.
Nice. Busy with uni and health stuff. Yeah, it's good that you've been getting out. How's your no sugar thing going? Was it no sugar that you were trying to cut out? Ooh, here's the link. Hearthcoach.net.
I wonder.
How have I never heard of this? Oh my gosh, Papyrus. Death Star Midrange. See. Evo Weekend is free to play fighters. Yeah, I've been logging into Shadowverse a little bit, trying to work my way towards the Evo card back. I think that's pretty sweet. I've been looking at all the Psy Games esports stuff that's been going on. You've lowered your sugar intake. Congratulations, dude. It's a pretty tough thing to do.
Brain pain.
Oh, a shadow.
Hopefully the dietitian can see me ASAP. Well, look, as long as you're doing your best until then, that's the most important thing. Also need to prepare for Singapore next week. What? You're going to Singapore? How did I not know this? What are you doing over there? What are you doing, punk?
I wonder.
Yeah, this mid-range hunter looks pretty sweet. With the sea giants. Speaking of sea giants, maybe we should have saved this. Why are you breaking me egg for? What is this? That's pretty good.
Foul the lake and curse this land.
Ooh, excuse me.
You are the Shadow's puppet.
Our hammers echo in the deep.
Run away!
You're playing a Shadowverse in Singapore for the big, is it the big open event? That's so cool, dude. You got your decks figured out? No. Maybe we can't beat this.
Has become our greatest strength.
I've not figured out my decks. Gotta get on that. So, where does this go when I take it? Over here. Could I have done that better? I don't think so.
Winter is here.
Gosh, they still have Alakir in the deck. It's so scary. Got another Duskbreaker in here, which would be very useful. Is that a zap? That has to be a zap, right? Alright.
Mushroom power!
Not welcome here. Hammer strike!
Obey.
Would have rathered it on one of the 3 toughness things. This is the video's description. Ooh. And Death Star is a pretty handsome dude. Pretty handsome dude. Oh, is that online? Oh, it's not. Whew, thank God. Yeah, our opponent just brick off. It was ancestral. What do we want to trade into this? Guess we could trade the worm and the direwolf.
Hammer strike!
Okay, maybe another 2 turns. I think if they brick off. He vapes a lot? Really? Oh my gosh. I'm now just skimming through this video trying to find clips of him vaping. What is he like, sneaky vape? Is he like down here just kind of big clouds? Ooh. I don't really want to return a frog to my hand.
Obey.
I think we gotta go aggro here. We can't let them get many more turns of Hagatha off. So, do we play this fairy dragon? Yeah, I think we do. Gum chewing noises are the worst. Chomps gum and vapes. Exhale smoke out of nose. That's so gremlin. Ooh, this could be pretty big. This could be really big. If they can, like, kill this frog. Though with the current setup, we can, like, trade our Shadow Priest into the Fire Plume Phoenix, get it back to our hand, play it again, steal their Flame Tongue Totem. There's the zap. So they did have the zap? I don't think you want to trade there, dude. I don't think you want to trade there. Your Flame Tongue is mine. Oh. The non-bow.
Let me change your mind.
It's gotta be like the worst draw in the deck. I guess we could have Void Rippered to kill this, and then Shadow Priested to steal the Artificer. Was this Volcano? Volcano? Is that why you attacked? Is the Volcano. DBZ looks interesting, but I'm not a huge fan of fighters that are all about air juggle. I mean, Dragon Ball doesn't seem like it doesn't seem that bad. Like, not like Marvel or a lot of the other anime fighters. Like, it's pretty anime, but and I think a lot of the time when you talk about air juggles, it's actually just like the completion of a combo, you know? Like, the only difference between that and Street Fighter is like the combos are longer, and I guess when you that's a pretty good one. The combos are longer, but like also the combos involve you. Oh my gosh. The combos involve your opponent just going in the air.
Awaken my children.
It's a pretty good one. That's also a really good one. Oof.
Beware the shadow. You cannot. Job done.
I think we're losing this one, fam. I don't think our opponent can brick off this many turns in a row. And the rest of our deck is pretty
Put this apple on your head.
lackluster. I can still play Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, although it has been a while. Well, we don't want to kill any of these. Damn it. I think we'll call this one here. We're definitely going to die to the rest of our opponents. Like, there's an Alakir in there, and I think as soon as that comes down, we immediately lose the game. So, let's take a look at the deck. Overall, I think I was actually really happy. Oop, not this one. Where are we? I was actually really happy with the way the deck performed. I think we probably have a couple of very bad matchups, like that Odd Paladin. Feels like we're a bit of a dog in that matchup, but that last one against the Even Shaman, I think was maybe a bit closer than what it seemed. Like, we could have played the Fairy Dragon a bit earlier and tried to put more pressure on our opponent. Hagatha was obviously very good at grinding us out. They got a very good board clear off on us. But yeah, I think this is a really interesting deck. I think it's very budget as well. Like, what have we got? The Cabal Shadow Priest, which I don't think are super integral. We got some rares. Void Ripper, you know, you could find a replacement for that. No legendaries. I think if a lot of these cards, if you've been playing Control Priest or you've played like a version of Dragon Priest before, you probably have some of these lying around. And I recommend giving this one a try. It's really fun too. There's lots of fun little interactions with all your eggs, you know, your Dusk Breakers as well. So definitely give this one a try. If you are watching this video on YouTube, all links are down in the description, including a link to the Hearthstone article over there. If you like the deck or you've got some thoughts on it, please do go over there and leave some very thoughtful comments in the comments section. Other than that, all my links are also down below. If you want to hit me up, the best place to do that is on Twitter at Tommy_Wave. Until next time though, I do hope you all stay wavy. Bye!